Need a lift?
Despite the looming demonic invasion, Mithril Hall seems little different than it was the last time you visited. Then again, considering that they were on high alert due to Starspawn back then, perhaps a state of emergency simply never ended for them. The sense of tension among the bustling, industrious dwarfs certainly has not diminished, at least.
I had heard you were returning. Was your mission successful? Do you have the weapon?
Yes. Though its enchantment will only last long enough to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss.
A shame. I'd hoped to study or keep it for emergencies. Still, it is what we need for this emergency, and we can be thankful for that. But that's not why I came to see you. I found you to tell you that Endundravayr's mind is both healed and warded against the psychic damage that the Starspawn's vision could inflict. If you two are ready, it should be safe to attempt transferring Endundravayr's soul back to his body.
Good, I'm sick of sharing my head with him anyhow.
If that is how you feel, then yes, we should do this sooner rather than later.
Right. Well, I cannot say as I blame you. Come to the arena when you're both ready. Are you two ready?
No, considering what happened last time, but we should do it anyway, and soon, please.
Yeah, let's get it over with.
Then use the rod whenever you like.
Well, you alive? Did it work?
Yes, I can still remember the vision, but it is no longer painful, and thinking on it does not threaten to bend my mind until it snaps.
Well, at least that makes one of us.
I am even weaker than before, though. Or rather, my body will not move as I command it to.
We were afraid that might happen. Whenever something influences the mind, it could affect the body, too. It may be some time before your coordination returns, though the impediment should be temporary.
At least you've got your body back?
Yes.
Will you help us fight Demogorgon?
I do not think that would be a good idea. If my body will not cooperate, I will probably just get in your way.
Right. Of course. How should we prepare for this fight?
Beyond what you've already done? Well, that's up to you. Though you should visit the keep before you go. It seems that you have some friends who have come to us in our time of need. Granted, they have a stake in this too, but it is heartening to see such formidable figures standing against the darkness. The spellcaster there will be able to tell you more about our battle plans.
Oh, good. I was wondering if anyone would come. Having their help is reassuring. I suppose this is goodbye, then?
Only if you do not make it back. I believe that you will.
Right. I'll just, see you then, I guess.
Right. Well, until then.
Thesserai?
Ah, there you are. I was wondering if you would show up.
We need our secret weapon and all that if we're going to survive long enough to see supper.
True. But if I'm being honest, I didn't expect to see you here.
Yes, well, for all my talk of running away, I rather like this world. Besides, I'm stubborn. Not about to let some quite literally two-faced demon scare me into abandoning Candlekeep. You'll owe me a favor after this, though.
How about we consider me being the one to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss as that favor?
Fair enough. Anyhow, tell me when you're ready to go, and I will bring us to the battlefield.
Give me some time to get myself together. I have something I need to do.
Okay, I've been meaning to check on Vahir anyhow, so I'll take care of that while you're gone, but please make it quick. I don't think either the portal or Demogorgon will wait while you're gone.
Hello again, Nalkra. I see that Thesserai convinced you to join us after all.
Yes, though I will admit that the Archmage was rather persuasive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
So where's Kimmerin? I thought that he would want to come with you. We could really use someone with his power.
He is not as strong as you presume, child. That being said, he would have been useful.
So why isn't he here?
He does not believe that we will be able to stop Demogorgon here. He is using the time we have left to gather allies of his own and spread the news that the other guardians of this world may defeat the Demon Prince after we fall.
Wow, encouraging.
I am inclined to agree with him. If it were not for a pact that your Archmage associate invoked, I too would be preparing a more robust defense. Even the extra time required would cost us thousands of lives before we were ready. It would be preferable to losing everyone and everything in Faerun should Demogorgon win.
If you are here against your will, can I trust you to fight your hardest and support the others?
Do not mistake me, child. I may not think that this is the optimal use of my abilities, but if my strength can buy Kimmerin and the others some time, then it will be worthwhile. I will do everything.
I'm not sure if you heard, but Vahir's healed now. Or, well, most.
I had heard of this, yes. Why do you feel obliged to inform me of the dragon's recovery?
Well, if it weren't for you and the Rod of Alignment that you gave us, he and I would still be stuck in the same body, or worse.
It was Kimmerin's decision to give you the rod, if you recall. I hold no love for the dragon, and would have been content to let him rot, if not for my friend's insistence. Still, I am glad for your sake that you no longer have to share your mind with him. Will he be joining us in this battle?
No. No, he's still too weak and clumsy. It'll be a while before he can fight again.
Typical dragon. Selfish and cowardly in the face of real danger.
Well, even if it was not your idea to come, I am grateful that you're here. And for helping me in Icewind Dale.
Do not thank me for fulfilling my end of a bargain. It was a simple transaction between us. That being said, it gladdens me to see how much you have accomplished since then, little warrior, and I am proud to have played a part in that. I will see you on the battlefield.
Right. Thank you.
Well, hello again, Katra. Didn't expect to see me again so soon, did you?
No, actually, not really. Why are you here? Don't you have—
Yes, but well, guarding it seems rather pointless if there are no people left to visit it, or if Demogorgon destroys the temple outright. So here I am, ready to lend a helping paw.
Does that mean you'll help us in the fight?
Absolutely! In fact, Selune has sent me as her representative in this matter. Isn't that just great? Oh, and she's given me a new power to play with during the fight. This is so exciting. Besides, this is my world too. For as long as I have to guard the temple, that is.
Aren't you scared? A demon powerful enough to tear down Mithril Hall is coming.
Not in the least.
You're not worried about dying?
know I anticipate that I will almost certainly die during the fight, or at least sustain a grievous injury or two, but that's really no big deal for me. Sort of like the demons you fought. As long as I do not die in my native plane of existence, I can be killed as many times as you'd like and simply poof back into existence at my lady's side in her domain.
Isn't it still painful, though?
Yes, horribly so. You would not believe how much punishment a body can take before it finally gives up the ghost. Still, it's just temporary. It all comes out in the wash, as they say.
Thank you, Sunamati, really. I feel much better knowing that you're here.
You're quite welcome. Still, let's hope it makes a difference. It would be an awful shame for us to go to all this effort just for the world to be torn to tiny bits anyhow. Better get ready as best you can, young one.
Anyhow, tell me when you're ready to go, and I will bring us to the battlefield.
Where are we going to fight Demogorgon? Do we know where he will be?
There are several small places in the Underdark where tears in the boundary between our world and the Abyss are appearing. The largest of them would be among them, but after studying what those cultists were doing, I found a way to redirect the tear's location at least a little. Rather than changing the destination of the tear from the Abyss to some unknown pole to the multiverse that shouldn't exist and is teeming with madness and forces we cannot comprehend, the tear will just go from the Abyss to a place of our choosing.
I'm ready when everyone else is. Let's go.
Well, speaking for myself, I'll never be ready, but we do what we must, no? Hope teleportation doesn't make you queasy. He's coming. Get ready!
The surface world. We have not seen this in quite some time.
Not since our imprisonment in Watcher's Keep, Anu.
I would not count that dungeon as the surface.
And I have lost track of how many centuries have passed since we last saw Grimm, or felt the material world stone beneath our talons.
You forget the Underdark, Thesserai, and that arrogant drow sorcerer who allowed us through to his city.
Such a brief journey, and without even a glimpse of sunlight.
The battle.
Yes, and destruction. You do not look like you could provide such entertainment, even all together.
Indeed not. Rather than die here, you would be better served in joining us. We will spare you if you all join us.
Or would you simply prefer to die?
We could even provide some options.
Crushed in our arms.
Torn apart by our claws.
Eaten for our delight.
Oh, that last one does sound good, Thesserai. Do choose that one.
How about instead you just go back to the Abyss where you came from? Or lie down and let us slay you if you need some help getting home. We won't even charge you for the trip.
Ah, we tried, Amel.
So we did, and how reasonable we were.
Yes, at least this way we do not have to wait before we start the killing.
You shall all suffer the Abyss.
it still does, but here goes nothing!
Your resistance is pathetic! Before the Lord of the New World!
By the grace of Selune, I shall slay thee!
That one actually... Let me return the favor. Prepare for the end of all things! For oblivion!
Finish him!
Cannot break here!
No, not yet!
We only just arrived.
Curse you! We will find Nalkra. When we do, we will find. And your descendants! Into the very bottom.
Well, I think I've had enough of these ruins. How about everyone else? Right then, just a moment. We're saving one last teleport in case everything went pear-shaped. Was tempted to use it a couple of times there, if I'm being honest. Okay, maybe every time one of his heads looked my way, but no matter. Right then, I would say it has been a pleasure, but I will be having nightmares about that for probably the rest of my life. Still, I am glad that I could be of aid. Just, please don't ask me to do anything like this ever again, alright? Have a good life, everyone!
While I would not shy away from another such battle if the need arose, I otherwise share the wizard's sympathies. That will be burned into my mind for the rest of my days. That being said, I was right about you, and I still feel that you have an interesting life ahead. Perhaps we shall cross paths again. Who but the oracles and divines can say?
Wait, what? Everyone's leaving already? I wanted to see if anyone wanted to keep in touch. Maybe write each other. I could use a pen pal. Well, if someone willing to deliver the letters anyhow, I guess. Well, maybe I can get the elves to come visit me sometimes if I promise not to eat them too often. Don't you be a stranger either, alright? Now that you've passed the trial, I'm not even allowed to eat you. So I won't hear any excuses about why you didn't stop by if I meet your soul in the afterlife a century from now. Take care! Toodaloo!
You came after all. Why?
Do you really not know?
Well, not really, since we're not sharing my head anymore.
This is my world too, child. The affairs of small folk and those of dragons are one thing. The end of all creation at the hands of a demon is another entirely.
Now that Demogorgon has gone back to the Abyss, does that mean that the other demons who have come through the rifts are gone too?
No, I'm afraid not. That being said, he was certainly the biggest threat. There is nothing else in the Abyss so powerful as him, and nothing else near his size and strength could have made it through. Whatever demons are left will cause havoc where they can, but even all of them together could not accomplish the destruction that Demogorgon might have had.
After everything I did for you, that's the least you could have done. You owed me.
Yes, I suppose I did, though I was not thinking in such contractual terms.
Thank you, Vair.
You are welcome, little one.
So, what will you do now?
Demogorgon was not the only demon to come through the rift today. I imagine that many will be rising from the Underdark in the coming months, along with those who found other places in Faerun where the borders between worlds thinned. I will seek out my contacts, old friends and allies, to spread word of the danger. I have been away too long as it is, and should check on them. But I will come back. You will hear from me, and perhaps when you have had enough adventure, I can find wherever you have settled and keep an eye on you too. In case you ever need someone to talk to, at least.
As Vair looks at you, waiting for your answer, you remember everything that you have experienced together, all that you have endured as a pair. But you also cannot help remembering how hurt you felt, how betrayed, when you learned of Vair's choice to endanger you. Still watching, Endan Dravair awaits your answer. The next thing you say will determine your relationship.
Yeah. I'd like that. I really would. And you'll always have me there to listen to you too, okay?
Thank you, Katra. It is strange. I have never had a companion for more than a few days, not in my entire life. Now, though, it is hard to imagine living without one. I am starting to sound like a puppy that cannot stand to be without their owner. How undignified.
Everyone needs a friend. Or at least someone to talk to.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that is what the younger me was missing when I made so many mistakes. I had no one close to me to tell me that I was wrong. Be safe, little one. There is much to do, but I will be back. Until we meet again, farewell.
See you soon. Well then. Might as well get some use out of this thing while it lasts.